Ready to take a trip back to the high seas that I had recently been on with a gritty creative twist? Since we are the history keepers for the future, today we're documenting a cruise memory using a style that is all about texture and depth. In this Scraplift Crafternoon session, I'm leaning into my favourite love of layering and adding more to bring you a travel layout that blends nautical vibes with a touch of grunge. We're playing along with Scraplift Crafternoon and we're lifting Amanda Leckie this week. And whether you're here for the grungy details or just looking for new ways to layer your travel stash, get ready to see how I transform this cruise memory into my own little masterpiece. Hi everybody, I was recently asked how I made my scrunging or smooching tool, and so I'm just giving you a little bit of a demo of how I've done it. You just need some paper towel, you need a lunch bag and some sticky tape, and that's as easy as it is. Now I am trying to attempt to put it inside the bag here. It is not working as clearly as I would like it, so I end up taking it out and cutting it open and then rewrapping it. So you just play until you get a smooth surface for it, because when you're having it as your smooching tool, you want it to be smooth so that you don't end up with ripples across your page. Now, this is a little technique that I use. I find it a lot easier to manage your mixed media when it's so wet on your layout. Okay, so as you can see, I'm now wrapping it like a little bit of a present. Using my tape here, I'm going to seal it in nice and tight because we don't want any water getting in there either, because we want it to stay nice and tight and dry so that we get a finish that works for us when we're using it on our layout. So I couldn't find the original layout where I created my last one, so I thought I'd do another one just so that I could show those people that were curious as to how I could develop it and use it on my pages. And you too, you too can use it on yours, and it's something that you have put to the side and then use it when you need it. All right, now that I've created it, it's got a nice flat surface, as you can see there. It's going to do that packaging, smooching, nice and easy, and I'll show you how we do it today on this background. I'm using the Traveler's Journal here from Scrapbook Fantasies, and it's going to be grungy because I'm using some black acrylic paint here, and I'm going to add in some water to just really make it very, very runny. I don't want it thick. I want it to be runny so that when I smooch it over, as you can see here, that it goes across the page quite easily and like wet. You can dry it off really quickly, as you just saw me do there. And now I'm turning the rest of this into some splatters by adding more water and using my fan brush. And I don't often use acrylic paint, but today, because I was going to do my title in the acrylic, I thought I'll just start off for my background and the scrungy grungy feel to it by using the black. Now I'm using the leftover acrylic paint that I had left on my board, and I'm I'm painting my title, and I'm using it to do the chipboard, and that's allowing it to soak in and then dry and putting another layer over the top. I'm then going to add some tumbled glass splatters to it just to give it that extra blue nautical feel to it, and that's just adding a little bit more depth and texture and grunge to the layout. That's the beauty of my board. Look at that. Done. Clean. Add a little bit of water, wipe it up with a sponge, and the desk is now clean, ready to move on with the creation of the layout. This is now dried, so I just want to add a bit more detail, a bit more interest to the grungy feel of it, and put that metallic blue color there through splatters. Now Amanda has done a split layout with the bricks. I've used this technique many times. I actually used it on one of my layouts that I did for my auditions with Scrapbook Fantasies to get onto the creative team. So I'm quite familiar with using the bricks as a split across the page. It reminds me of Diagon Alley in Harry Potter when I do pages like this, where the bricks form the border, and I just love how easy it is to create. So what I'm doing is I'm zigzagging up the brickwork, as you can see now, and then I'm just going to use my side cutter to just cut off another 3" from there, and that's going to be the brickwork that Amanda has on hers and I'm adding to mine. I'm going to map my photos on black because I really want them to pop, and I love the grungy feel of it, and that's because these photos were taken as we were walking to the ship. My eldest daughter was behind us and she captured these photos of us walking to the ship, which was really nice of her to do, and also capturing that feel that we were down around the terminal, which is near the rocks, the oldest part of Sydney. So there is the cobblestones, and there are the pavers, and there is the sandstone around, and the old buildings, and so this layout lent itself beautifully to the feel that Amanda has on hers. I'm just wiping up some of the moisture off the page so I can continue on with the layout. I would probably let it dry and then come back to it, but I'm time poor this week, so I really wanted to get started and get it done. So I'm just layering up the bricks to the left and to the right, and I do like how this is coming together. I love that there's the browns of the brickwork in the photos that's coming through on the background, and then there's the blues, which is picking up the ship colour and the sky colour and the clothing that we're wearing. So I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise, but if you have, you know that feeling, that very first day of happiness when you're arriving and you see the ship for the first time and you know that that's going to be where you are for the next few days. It's just a big buzz. The saddest side of it is when you have to pack up and you know the next day you're getting off. That's the saddest side. So it's a great experience, and I just love that I was able to do that this year with my daughter. So I'm just layering up here some fussy cut pieces from the Sun Lovin' collection from Scrapbook Fantasies, and then I have some florals from different ones. I think these might be from Boho Beauty, so I'm just tucking those in behind, and then I did step away from Scrapbook Fantasies for just a little bit to add some more florals, just because I wanted to pick up more like Amanda has in her clusters. So these ones I think were fussy cut from a Uniquely Creative page that I used a while back. So I'm just tucking in the florals there to create those clusters, and I'm loving how that looks. Now, I have got my title here now that it's dry, and I will go off screen and adhere everything into place because some of it I will pop up and some of it I will change. You'll see over to the left that I changed that cluster a little bit and had the florals coming down further to the bottom, so it's drawing your eye around the layout a little bit more, and I do like how this has come. So I'm using these pieces that were in the cut out of that brickwork framing, and I'm just adding them as a feature onto the page. That's just adding some more bricks to it, and it's just giving it a different contrast and picking up the peaches from the layout and the framework. So just by putting those in, it's just adding a little nod to the colours in the layout, and it's also allowing for that brickwork to continue across. So it does have a bit of a grungy feel because it is with the darker colours, and it does have the smooching in the background and the splatters. And I just like how the brickwork and the textures of the page are really, really lifted and layered up here. You all know I love to layer up my pages, and you know I love it when it all comes together nicely and it looks like a lot of work has gone into it when really not that much. As you can see here, those clusters look amazing, and the details and the colours are just perfect for the layout. All right, so we're going to add in some final splatters, and I'm going to use the white acrylic. I just want to add a little bit more to the page, soften it up a little. It's still that grungy feel. It's like graffiti, really, isn't it? It's like graffiti on a brickwork wall. So that's what I'm adding there onto this layout. So it just keeps building up that mixed media, and it's really important that if you start in that area, you continue with it. Now, I'm just going to also add in some Nuvo drops to set up my visual triangle, and that's always really important because it allows your eye to naturally roam that layout. I love a visual triangle on my pages. Even if I don't have 3 distinct cluster points, I will set up a triangle because I've learned over time that, you know, that's really important for your eye. And when you're looking at a page, you don't want it to be able, like, you want your photos to be the center, so that helps that to happen. Oh, and you know me, I can't cope without my borders being finished. So I'm drawing in a messy border at the top and the bottom of this brown part here. And I'm using my white gel pen to do so. It's subtle, but I just need it to be on the page so that the page feels finished. I'm adding in a little bit of zigzagging there, like some faux stitching, and that's how this is coming together nicely. I do love it. I do try to write the month and time down there, but I had to go and find my black fine line pen just to put it in there. Now guys, this is Scraplift Crafternoon. Tara the paper snob coordinates us every week. We are doing Amanda Leckie from Leckie Creates on YouTube. All of her details will be down in the box below. Thanks Tara once again for another great week of Scraplift Crafternoon, my absolute favourite of the week. I really do love that we get to lift some amazing layouts, and we're part of May I Scraplift You, so both links will be down below, as long as all of the details so that you can go and check out everybody else who's playing along. Don't forget, I'll see you in the next video real soon, and stay creative.